Day 2 of NFL free agency is well underway, and there's a lot to talk about here. You're watching the San Francisco 49ers Report. My name is Chase Sr., and as always, no matter where you are or how you're tuned in, thank you so much for making today's show a part of your day. If you want Niners coverage every single day year-round, be sure to lock us in and hit that subscribe button. Some breaking news here just coming across the wire that the Niners are releasing defensive end Leonard Floyd after his loan season with San Francisco. Last year in free agency, he was the biggest external pickup for the Niners, signing a 2-year, $20 million contract. And he came to the Niners after having had 4 straight years of 9+ sacks after his career gotten off to a little bit of a slow start with the Chicago Bears. When he entered the National Football League, a lot of people thought that he was going to become one of the top edge rushers in the game. He was the 9th overall pick in the 2016 draft, coming out of Georgia. But after that slow start, where he had 7 sacks, then 4.5 sacks, 4 sacks, and 3 sacks with Chicago, everybody started to label him as a bust. He really started to find himself as an NFL player. He goes to the Rams, has 10.5 sacks, 9.5 sacks, 9 sacks in 3 seasons there, a part of that Rams team that won a Super Bowl. Him and Von Miller were a really good edge rusher tandem. He goes to the Buffalo Bills in 2023. He had 10.5 sacks. And then with the Niners, he started all 17 games. He was second in the team in sacks, a productive season with 8.5 sacks. And by no means was that signing a disappointment. But again, what have we been saying over the last few days? What have we been saying, really, since John Lynch spoke to us at the NFL Combine? San Francisco wants to shed money. They want to get younger. In letting go of Leonard Floyd, they're moving on from a 32-year-old pass rusher. They are also saving just under $8 million if they designate Floyd as a post-June 1 cut, which I imagine is what the Niners are going to do with this move. I thought that Floyd, if he were to come back in 2025, could be a rotational edge rusher for this Niners team. I wonder what it means for a player like Yetur Gross-Matos. Is he going to stay with San Francisco? Because I thought one of the two would potentially be moving on or being let go by San Francisco. One of those dominoes, at the very least, is falling here with Floyd being let go. He had an overall Pro Football Focus grade in 2024 of 53.5, 163rd among 211 edge rushers, pass rush grade of 53.9, run defense grade of 54.4. He tallied 26 series and 44 pressures. Those 26 hurries, 40th in the NFL. Those 44 pressures, 38th in the NFL. That came on 373 pass rush snaps, which was 42nd in the National Football League. At the time, the Niners were going all in for 2024 after falling short and losing the Super Bowl to Kansas City in Super Bowl 58. And they brought in Floyd as a veteran pass rusher who over the last few years was very productive. They looked at him as a situational, rotational starter, pass rush guy opposite of Nick Bosa, and he ended up being solid, but wasn't great for San Francisco. What my thinking is here for the Niners, they let go of Malik Collins, save the Niners $10 million. They move on from Leonard Floyd. That saves the Niners just under $8 million. Is this one of the moves that is taking place for San Francisco, which then leads to the Niners signing Joey Bosa to team him up with his brother in Nick Bosa? We are going to talk about that just around the corner. Stay tuned for that conversation because it seems as though things could be moving into that direction. But I ask you this, what is your one-word reaction to the Niners releasing Leonard Floyd? Let me know down in the comments section right now. And if you want to type Joey or Bosa, you can certainly do that right now. Thanks to our friends at Fanatics. This Niners polo is on sale, nearly 50% off. It was on sale for $80. Now it's being reduced to just $43. You've seen me wear this polo on all of my watch parties pretty much. Head to chatsports.com/49polo and get yours today. As for Joey Bosa, this has been a popular topic over the last few weeks. We've talked about it on the show. And then once Joey Bosa was let go last week in a move that saved the Chargers about $25 million, he immediately got linked to San Francisco. Right after he was let go by the Chargers, the longest tenured Charger, by the way, and the only player who had played for San Diego and Los Angeles, Ian Rappaport said, Joey Bosa teaming up with Nick Bosa is a possibility, but he will have suitors elsewhere. Another team that's been in the mix for Joey Bosa, the Miami Dolphins. Joey and Nick are from Florida. They have residences there. They train there in the offseason, and they're from the Miami area. And so there could be a hometown reunion with Joey Bosa going to the Dolphins. They need a pass rusher. Or Joey could team up to play with his brother Nick, which is something that Joey has talked about and Nick has openly discussed. Mama Bosa has taken to social media advocating and wanting for this possibility to come to fruition and become a reality. And there's some chatter right now that it could be heading in that direction. Mike Silver reporting last night that the Dolphins, Niners in on Bosa, and they could pay him around $10 million per year. Mike Silver then came out with another tweet saying, hold on, I've been told that Bosa's market is a little bit more vast than under $10 million per year. To me, that sniffs of an agent trying to get Bosa some more money. But let's talk about what Bosa to the Niners would mean. Last year in 14 games played, he was a Pro Bowler. Who cares? 5 sacks, 22 tackles, 5 TFLs, 13 quarterback hits, 2 forced fumbles. It was the most games that he had played since 2021. The last time that Joey Bosa had double-digit sacks, the last time that Joey Bosa played at least 16 games in a season was in 2021. In 2022, 2023, as you can see on your screen, he played a combined 14 games. So there are certainly concerns and there are risks with San Francisco adding Joey Bosa to the team. He is a big guy at 6'5", 250, who has been injury prone. A lot of those injuries have been lower body injuries, including foot injuries. I don't like that with the player who is bigger. And at 29 years old, he's probably starting to exit his prime. On the plus side, when he's been on the field, in the minimal time that he's played, he has been productive when he has played. But if you sign Joey Bosa to be a full-time starter opposite of Nick, and you give him a lot of money, you run the risk of him being hurt and missing a lot of time. And if the Niners are trying to get younger and clear up some money, I'm only for signing Joey Bosa if it's somewhere in the neighborhood of $10 million per season. If you want to add incentives to that deal to make it incentive-laden, and he can get it up to $15 million with escalators, performance incentives, if he plays a certain amount of games and has a certain amount of sacks, I'm for that because then you're paying for the production. And if you give him $15 million for a 10-sack season and he helps your defensive line, not only is it going to be fun to watch, not only is it going to be fun to root for, you get production in the process. But the issue with Bosa at 6'5", 280, I think I said he was 250 a little bit earlier, you never know how inflated that is the injury history, the games missed. That's why San Francisco can't be dumb here and pay him a lot of money. And it also goes against everything that they've talked about wanting to accomplish this offseason, which is getting younger and shedding some salary. So we could be moving in a direction where after the releases of Malik Collins and Leonard Floyd, where San Francisco adds Joey Bosa to the team. So should the Niners sign Joey Bosa? S for sign, P for pass. What say you? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button whenever there's breaking news, whenever there's a developing story. I talk about it and dissect it in full detail right here on the channel.